Can we start our show?
Yes.
Welcome to Shooting the Shit with Rhonda and T. Tonight we are reviewing Growing Up Hip Hop Season 6, Episode 26. But before we start, tell them what to do, D.
Oh. And smack them a bunch of guys are trying to act you. I'm putting up the ugly face again.
Whatever.
All right, y'all. Let's see, y'all, how this one gets started. TT and Sean back talking about their bachelor party. Okay. He said he was not impressed because he had better at home. So there's that. I'm
Why
like,
you gotta be mean to the strippers just because they didn't have nothing to do with it?
strippers were cute, Sean. Don't.
I'm just saying.
You know they were cute, Sean.
That was mean.
Yeah. That's not what it was, but we're gonna let you have that. TT is upset because Sean doesn't have input for this wedding. And his thing is you want this glamorous, expensive wedding because you're just trying to impress people. Yeah, that's basically what it is. That's all weddings is for most part anyway. Huh?
I tell you why she gotta hurry up, because she need to get it done while they're typing or else they're not gonna pay for it. So she gotta hurry up and get that thing done before this season is over.
Yeah. Well, you know what? That's all these fancy weddings is for. It's for other people. It's not for the bride and the groom. Because come on now. It's to impress other people. So in the confessional, she's talking about, Sean just loved my bossiness and
I'm not a wedding person, but I'm not opposed to people having a big lavish wedding if that's what they want to do. But just get a planner and do it right. Like, you making shit stressful because I've never knew you were supposed to be calling people up to bed. You send the thing, they RSVP, and that's how that works. Why you gotta call behind and see if people are coming and making sure people are tested and.
And the thing is, if you're gonna have a big expensive wedding, be able to afford it, it sounds like they can't afford it. And right. That's the problem. Yeah.
Well, the show gave them a budget. They can have their own money if they want to make it right.
It's quarantine. It don't sound like you're gonna have that kind of wedding anyway. So quit trying to act like it's gonna be something that is not. But basically behind the scenes, she's just like, Sean loves me. He loves my bossiness. He wants me to have the wedding that I want. I was like, she loved putting on airs for other people.
I suppose because Sean looks miserable, I think Sean should run because he's about to be really miserable.
And production has a way of showing that it comes off real fake. Like production have been putting her on blast this season too. So it kind of make me think you must have been acting nasty, like Cree said, towards production, because this episode, they was catching a lot of stuff that I don't think
he said it. He said it just when they were, at the thing.
Yeah. JoJo and Tanise. So we at JoJo and Tanise's house. JoJo is sick. Okay. He's laying on the couch. Tanise is over there with the baby, but first JoJo is telling her that he had planned this triple date with Eric and Aaliyah, Boogie and a friend, and he wants them all to go out. She's like, we'll see. He asked her if she could run out and get some medicine. And she says, can you wait till she put the baby down for a nap? Then she asked him, well, did he have any strength to go? And he tells her that, she's a good mother, but she needs to learn how to be a good wife. Now, I think
I just didn't call DoorDash or something. Can't you just call the grocery store and they bring you what you need? You check off the thing. I'm just saying, is that a thing now? Delivery, you could deliver the medicine to the house?
I mean, but honestly though, why pay money to get the medicine delivered? The baby was right there. The sound like the store was right around the corner. Run around the corner and grab the medicine and come back. Like that's, I guess they do
Oh,
have.
her or him. Why don't he get up and go do it? Why doesn't he? He's not about to die. I usually be on JoJo's side, but he was pissing me off. And then, like, if you're sick, why are you even around the baby? I don't care if it's not COVID. Why are you sitting up here trying to get the baby sick?
She laying right there, the baby. Now, this is me. I personally think she could have ran in and got the medicine. Now, the other part, him saying that whole be a good mother stuff, that all that was uncalled for. But I still think
Yeah, but if you think about it,
2 seconds to run around the corner and go
he's
to
his wife.
car.
He been doing shit all day long, and he been laying there
She
acting
ain't did
an
shit.
asshole all
That
day.
house is
I feel
this
like
big.
I don't feel like she should have went to go get shit. Go get it yourself or call and have it delivered. He's sitting up there like the damn baby. It's not her job to go get his medicine. She made him some tea. What else do he want? Fuck up and go get it.
I disagree. I feel like, if my man laying there and he's sick and he like, can you run up the street to Rite Aid and grab me some medicine? That's not too hard. I'm gonna run up the street here. The baby ain't crying. Either watch the baby real quick, just put the pacifier in his mouth, and I'm gonna run up the street. If you ain't asked, I ain't gotta go all the way across town.
It depends on what came before that. I'm coming in the middle. I don't know if he didn't wore her out to the point where she's just like, no, I don't feel like, I feel like JoJo was doing too damn much.
I disagree. So we're gonna have to disagree with that because I feel like she was whining too damn much. I did not like the be the good mother, be a good wife comment. I didn't like that at all. But I'm like, it don't take but a couple of seconds to run up the street.
He was insensitive to a lot of things that could be going on with her.
Well, clearly it is a lot of things that's going on with her. But that, I still say she could have did that. But JoJo gets up and he go for himself and go get
so he's capable. She didn't say she wouldn't go get it. She just said let her put the baby down first. And then he went into how
she said, wait for the baby, go down for his nap. Is what
right. Because, she made him some tea, like, she doing her thing. He want her to stop and go now because you need to, like, work on your wife skills, too.
That part he was wrong for saying. Egypt and Sam, they in the studio. And then Eric and Boogie, they come for a visit. You know what? I feel like Sam goes into this whole story. Yeah, I'm looking at 4 felonies. I feel like he likes saying that. He likes telling everybody that. He thinks it make him manlier.
Such a thug.
Yeah. So this time, because y'all know every week the story changed, okay? So this time he said they were trying to fight me over what they believe my sexuality was. He's never said anything like that before, but this week they were trying to fight him because of his sexuality. Okay, Sam.
First they was fighting your friends. Then y'all was like drinking and got rowdy. Like, I don't know what the story is now. They done changed it so many times.
Because first he said it wasn't him, it was the friend that got jumped by some dudes. Then we find out it's security.
And you thought they was you. I thought they were my dudes, but then
I did too. Right. It's something every week. So this time it's about his sexuality. He goes to this whole
bisexual gay people is running around in LA. Sam, please stop it.
Right.
Right.
Now he's telling them, the whole little sob story. I want y'all to look out for Egypt, and she's like, oh, don't worry about it, because I'm gonna be on the phone with him every step that it takes, Child, they like, okay, let's not go there, y'all.
Right.
Enough of the soap opera, okay? So Sam brings up that he heard about Sean's bachelor party, and then he like, Ain't nobody want to touch the strippers. Like, Boogie, you the only single one up in there. Why you ain't touched the strippers? He was like, because it was 2 girls, 6 guys. It was like a sausage party. He wasn't trying to do that.
When he said it like that, I was like, that is weird. That's why you go to the strip club where there's people and not just 2 girls in a hotel room with a bunch of niggas.
I was like, Eric touched the girls. It wasn't nobody. Eric sure enough was all up on the girls.
That was JoJo.
And so was Twist.
Twist don't have a wife.
Right. So they ask about, are you going to the wedding? Did you get an invitation to the wedding? And Egypt says her mom had been hitting me up. If her mom has been hitting up Egypt, her mom was out of line because she has
been hitting her up to invite her to the wedding.
You don't think she invited her to the wedding?
No, I think she might have been wanting to try to talk to her.
So, okay. So you think that's what she meant by hitting her up? Because I'm like, if she asking that girl to come to that wedding, she wrong.
No, I think the aunt probably called and Egypt just put it like that. Ain't nobody,
That makes sense.
It makes sense for her to say, well, let me see what I can do to mend this situation.
Right.
Maybe turn it around before the wedding.
Before the wedding. Yeah. So she's like, my mom wants us to come together and talk. But I'm like, y'all did
that? Didn't they do that already?
Y'all did that. So what are we talking about? And do your mom, are you just saying that because it don't really seem like your mom was really trying to do that?
Listen, if it's my wedding and I done fell out with you, I don't really feel like I need to work on any of that. I got a whole lot going on. Looks like you're gonna miss my wedding. I don't want to talk.
Right. Come on. So no, she didn't get an invite. Her mom ain't getting no invite. Y'all not getting an invite. Egypt meets up with Boogie. And this scene, to me, Egypt looking like a whole nigga in this scene. I was like, golly, she looks so much like a dude right now. I don't know what it was, what the she was a whole dude.
If you're gonna wear the haircut, then get a damn haircut. Her edges is all raggedy, the afro all cattywampus, it's all tall on one side and twisted on another.
Oh my goodness.
You couldn't get an edge up at least?
No, she out there looking rough. She looking like Deanie in his haircut right now. I wish that barber.
Well, he's not recording today. So, I mean, not for a TV show.
Right.
So, if he was, he would have been to the barbershop.
Right. So she talked about how she's worried about Sam getting locked up and how she wanted to have kids by the age of 27. And, right now she'll just wait. She'll just wait for him to do his time because he's the only one she wants to have kids with. And she just she don't understand what's going on. Stuff keep happening to them regardless to how good they've been to people.
Who did this to them? What people
I don't know, they were being so good.
Because every time something happens to them, somebody else is responsible. So
yeah, they were being so good though. Yeah. And then at this point, I mean, okay. Whatever.
It's exhausting.
At this point, we already know that they didn't get married, and rumor is that she's supposed to be pregnant, right?
That's what they say.
So, okay.
Congratulations on your life.
TT and her mom, they're sitting down, they're at her house. Mom was trying to figure out when is the wedding. I'm like, it's not no invitations yet. Like, how much time do we have? What time
is it? That's what I'm saying. So you gonna invite me to your wedding and I only got 2 weeks to go to Miami and find somewhere to stay and have that money in my budget because Miami ain't a cheap visit.
We rushing this. Is production paying for everybody to go? Is that how that's working? That's weird.
Well, it sounds like she only need 8 people and 2 tables.
Well, we find out from mom that Sean actually lives in Jamaica. Okay. And TT is living in LA. And she's like, how is that gonna work out? Because
Good question.
about these long distance relationships, that ain't cool.
Especially when you insecure about your man cheating.
That part. She's like, well, hopefully he's almost done with his assignment and he'll be able to come back here. And mom's like, I work with him. That ain't finna happen. He needs to be there at least a minimum of 6 more months. That's a minimum of 6 more months. So him coming here, that's not finna happen. So y'all
So
need.
what is she doing in LA? Because I'm not understanding why I would be leaving my brand new husband in not another city, but another country.
Yeah.
You know, with a brand new baby.
So
What is
that's
she
my whole
doing?
thing then.
Anything. Like she in LA what? Doing what? Taping this?
She said that she could work for home, but she don't want to. I don't know what job she has, but with all of that, why are we rushing the wedding in? If he's gonna be living in Jamaica, he lives in Jamaica.
My husband is in Jamaica, my mother is in Jamaica, and I have a little baby. Well, it sounds like my support system is in Jamaica. What is wrong with staying there for a year?
She said she ain't trying to do that. It seems like with TT, I don't want to do what I don't want to do. Maybe because it got sand, and she don't do sand.
That's probably it. I'm going.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically, good luck on that. Okay, because that don't sound like that's gonna.
I think long distance relationships can work perfectly fine for some people that say have been married for 5 years and they need to make an arrangement to be bi-coastal. You do not want to be sending your newlywed husband to another country in Jamaica where it's hot all year round.
And he loved them some chocolate. That's why he didn't want to look at them strippers. I know y'all was thanking it because that's what it was. Y'all sending him to play in the beach with the sand.
With somebody who might be, I don't know, pleasant, because TT is not
Pleasant at all.
I feel bad for saying it.
On the phone and then he out there on the beach. Yeah. Good luck with that. You might want to hold off on that wedding. I'm just saying, till y'all figure out.
Her mother said, "Are you ready to get married?" And she said, "I don't know."
And her mama asked, "What was the rush?" So here's the plan. So the plan is,
They try to blame it on grandma. I gotta have it done because nobody said grandma was dying, did they?
No, they ain't said grandma was done. They just said she couldn't travel. So here's the thing. You got to have this big, expensive wedding only for him to be there the day of the wedding. And right after the wedding, he got to fly off to Jamaica. No honeymoon, nothing. Right after this expensive wedding, he got to fly off to Jamaica and you flying off to LA because the wedding is in Miami. So y'all finna get married and go on 2 different. Like, why is we spending the money? Then just go to Jamaica, get on the beach and have a wedding and then go your separate ways. Think about. Oh, okay. Well, then go to the justice. Okay. Because I don't even know why we doing all of this. Separate ways. That night, though. That night. No honeymoon, no nothing.
TT doesn't even have a job. I don't know why she can't just go with her husband. And when you want your little boy to see his daddy every day, like you want to be like, what? Over here being a single mom? Pissed because Sean won't fly back and forth. And it's COVID. Like, so what happens if they be like, nope, that's it. No more traveling.
Exactly.
Out of the country.
We know that happened. We just went through it. And you in LA. In LA.
And Jamaica be like, no man, we can't have you back over here now.
Egypt is bowling with Sequoia. Okay. Egypt and Sam. I should have said Egypt and Sam because if Egypt is there, Sam is there. Egypt and Sam is bowling with Sequoia, and then they're joined by Mom and Lazy Bone, and Devin. I don't even know why Devin needs to on here. We could do it without Devin. Don't bring Devin back next.
Well, now I'm feeling the way about Sequoia and her mama. These behind the scenes things is making me feel the way when I watch the show.
Oh my goodness. So Sam
is not JoJo's real daddy. Where did we get that information from? Color Me Pink.
Color Me Pink said that Sequoia is not JoJo's real daughter. And he do have a daughter who was supposed to be on the show originally, but her mama blocked it and got Sequoia on the show. That's what Color Me Pink said.
I see you, Cree. We see how it is over here. That makes sense.
I still ain't down with Cree though. She can no.
No, she acting a fool, but I'm just saying.
Attitude either. Cree telling too much of the tea.
I'm just saying all of this stuff to be going on without, that we don't
behind the scenes.
Yeah.
She's still looking a hot mess to me too. Behind the scenes, Cree.
But Cree, yeah, she's doing too much also.
So Sam, he tell his favorite story about him facing 4 felony charges to Lazy Bone,
Did you notice how good he got when he was talking to Lazy? I was like, ooh.
Right. But this time, he said what had happened is that he was feeling bad because he had been labeled a horrible person because where he came from. Because see, if I tell this story, Lazy Bone from the East 999, what I'm saying? East 999, where he come from? That's what slinging that, y'all. Cleveland is the city where I come from.
Cleveland, I was going to say, somewhere up in the Midwest.
So he letting him know I was feeling horrible because people was judging me because of where I come from. And they said I was an opportunist. Okay. So I was feeling depressed and I had a couple of drinks and I don't know what happened.
Look here, baby daddy was sitting here looking at him like, really?
Right.
That's what they said.
Yeah. He didn't know what happened. He ended up at the top of New York, New York. I'm assuming that's the club, New York, New York. He ended up at the parking lot.
Did he get No, this is new.
That's what he said. He said he was at the top of New York, New York, at the parking lot. He don't know how he got there. But next thing he know, they had sent security. And then they started banging on him. Okay. He didn't mention the gay part. Crazy. This part was.
Well, when did he get gay? When did security find out?
I don't know. They start. Well, yeah, he said they had said he was blinking, blink, that they had said blink to blink, blink. But I don't really know what blink to blink, because he blinked like every word. So.
I don't want to hear this story anymore. I don't want to hear him tell nobody else the story.
Well, Lacey was like, well, it looked like you got some work to do rebuilding your character. That's number one.
Because Lazy is not stupid.
Yeah. And he's like, and you need to start off by quit all that drinking. Okay, because that's what's getting your butt in trouble. Meanwhile,
but if you remember last season, this dude had a drink in his hand every time you seen him.
Now that's the part of the story that's probably right. That's probably the only part of the story that was right, that he was drunk.
Now, we were talking about drunks the other day. Now, was he drunk where he remember or was he drunk where he don't remember?
It sounds like he don't remember because he changed the story every time.
Every time he changed the story, was Egypt there? No, she was not there. Ask Egypt. I was there the whole time. So
that's what she told Tiny. So she's sitting down talking to Tiny.
In the same room.
story.
In the same room, they tell the two
Same
different
room. One right here, one right here.
stories.
And she go on, he facing all this time. And the sad part is he ain't do what they said he did. She ain't saying what he did, but he ain't do what they say he did.
Was she on the roof or no?
She said she was there the whole time. He didn't
Huh.
mention her in the thing with Lazy, but she said she was there the whole time. And Tiny, like, that had to been scary, and they had guns. And mind you, she ain't mentioned the guns, so I don't know how she probably figured how Tiny knew about the guns, but
Well, she probably was like, we're not talking about the guns on camera. Remember, no guns.
you're right. So, she's like, it's so annoying that it's still going on.
So at what point did he go outside and then shoot in the air? That has to be when he was on the roof.
He ain't mentioned that part. He forgot about that part.
I'm done. I'm done.
So now we over here salsa dancing. So we got Easy and Aaliyah, Boogie, and a new girl. Okay. Her name AD. Boogie said in the confession, well, first Eric say, well, you ain't introduced us. Who is this? And his wife, Aaliyah, like, I mean, it's this girlfriend, this homegirl, this is what. I was like, Aaliyah, you don't even talk, but when you talk, you annoy me. You know what I'm saying? You being a little bit too.
He didn't introduce her. If he
Right.
said, this is my girlfriend so-and-so, then you would have known that. Clearly, it's not his girlfriend, it's somebody that he brought
It's
to
kicking
dance.
it with. Right. Come on.
Aaliyah, again, where did she think she was going? To dump the garbage?
Workout. She looked like she's gonna go Planet Fitness.
Not in no basketball shoes.
Mm.
Why is she always wearing basketball shoes?
She got bad feet. Because she wear them shoes with everything. Well, in the confessional, Boogie was like, wait till I put my boogie moves on AD. He couldn't wait. I was like, ugh, Boogie.
AD is gorgeous, Boogie. She's not gonna let you put any boogie moves on her. She came to film.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she looked very pretty.
Yeah.
Now look here, this girl came with some leggings and a t-shirt and some boots. And she looked adorable. So I don't know why Aaliyah can't that wasn't a lot of effort.
Mm-mm.
Leah, you don't have no leggings and no shoes? Like,
Mm-mm.
what's that salsa dancing and basketball shoes? Aren't you supposed to wear heels when you salsa?
Aaliyah. JoJo show up without his wife. She told him she gonna meet him there. So some time go past, and she texts him and say she not coming. And Aaliyah was like, what happened? Is she all right? Y'all never be on some crazy stuff. I was like, so what make you think that they were on some crazy stuff? Because he said, I gotta go, she not coming. Why would you? I would be like, is everything cool with the baby? Not y'all be on some crazy stuff. Why would you think that?
And I mean, if y'all are salsa dancing, why is he gonna stay?
Right, he gonna stand there and just do this.
And if his wife can't come, he should probably go see what's going on.
Because that would have been real suspicious if he danced with the little
with the dance teacher.
Yeah, that would have been really weird, and we all would have had something to say about that. So yeah. So outside, Easy follow JoJo outside because he nosy as hell. Okay. And he's the one that carries the bone. We already know that about Easy. So he like, that little but you running up out. What's going on?
I mean, actually, it wasn't odd at all. She called and said she's not gonna make it. And he said, we have a sitter, so let me go find out
what's going on. Like I said, the appropriate thing would be like, everything cool with the baby, everything good, okay. You know what I'm saying? He's like, she tied up with the baby, which is odd because we got a babysitter. And then he started going on, the energy been off since the baby got here, and he feels some kind of way because he was stood up. And then Eric is like, you know, it's probably the whole postpartum thing. You gotta let that ride. And he's like, you know, he ain't trying to hear that. You know what I'm saying? He's like, he ain't feeling the love, and you know, he don't know, can it be fixed? I'm like, now this one, I'm like, JoJo, you done lost your damn mind.
You know what's crazy? Before she got pregnant, she told him, before she got pregnant, she didn't know if she was ready. It takes a lot. She had to like, you know, because every woman knows that it's an additional person. Like a husband is the same as a child for the most part in terms of how much they want you to be, you know. He's acting super spoiled. She's got 2 children. I don't know where the little girl is, but she got her to take care of.
It's the little girl. Where she been?
I don't know.
In the room, like the girl on Family Matters. She been.
Yeah, she's like Jasmine from Power.
Yeah. We had a quick little quickie. TT and her mama. Mom trying on dresses for the wedding. Bottom line is, mama said she ain't paying $150,000 for no wedding, and she'll disown her daughter if she pay that much for the wedding. Okay, that's what that little quickie was. Don't ask me for it. I ain't doing it. You dumb if you pay that much for it.
I agree.
TT mama got money, but she like, I'm not doing that.
I agree. I think that's stupid.
Yeah.
Like when
It's
you don't
stupid.
have it like that, it's one thing when you got that kind of money that and the 150,000 doesn't seem like a lot compared to how much money you have, but clearly they don't have it. And I don't care how much money you have. I think it's kind of messed up to be planning a wedding in 2 weeks. Like how many guests do you think are going to be able to make that? Yeah, in 2 weeks.
TT, you know, mama, they got it, but they ain't got it like that. But she like, I ain't doing that. Pepper and Trutch got it like that. And they had a little wedding at Vegas. Y'all figure that out, okay? Because that didn't make sense to spend all that money. They could have went to Vegas like Egypt and Sam, okay? Especially y'all finna go y'all separate ways. And they had the money to just blow it, because I'm sure Pep blow that on, you know, another makeover.
I mean, Pep has it. Does Trutch? I don't know if he got it like that.
He ain't making no old money off of this they down with OPP and all that.
I mean, maybe, but I don't know if he got it like that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we know Pep's still going on tour, but he going on tour. But Pep been on a lot of stuff, so we know. Let's see. Oh, it's TT, Shine, Mom, and Aunt Faye. We got another aunt, y'all. It is. They did say it was a bunch of them. Well, this Aunt Faye. Aunt Faye remind me of Aunt Bertha. Okay.
You do remind the old lady gang.
Yeah. Yeah. So they at the wedding site where they're gonna get married. Okay.
Can I just say that of all the hotels in Miami, that's where they wanted? Like, are they at a Holiday Inn? What is going on?
Well, I guess the show was like, you ain't hip hop royalty, so this is what you get.
I have friends whose houses are better than that.
Well, he don't like the site that they picked. It was this little, I don't know, cabana. I don't even know what that was. And
I don't like it either.
He's like, it looked better to be on the beach. Okay. He's like, I don't do sand. Okay. So they
so then why are we at a beachfront? That's what I'm saying. You could be like downtown Miami and have some other swanky shit. Why are we at a beachfront if we don't want the beach? It's Miami. You could probably pick a million different ideas of what you could do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not a Holiday Inn, not a Howard Johnson. They had Howard Johnson.
They at the whole and little thing that she want to be, Sean, like, this don't make sense. The sun at 4 o'clock is gonna be beaming into people's face. She like, I don't care, it's not gonna be in our face. He's like, no. And the mom was like, no. Like, come on. What's
But
wrong?
he's like, it's in my face right now, though. Like right now, the sun's in my face.
Y'all gonna spend all this money for these people, not for y'all. And then these people that y'all spend all this money for can't see nothing because the sun gonna be shining them in their face. That's stupid. So
She
they
said, don't be rude. Don't be rude.
yeah, she's rude. So they take them down.
I'm like, that's not rude. That's an actual fact. If I'm standing here on my wedding day at 4:00, it's gonna be sun in my eye.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because she told him don't be rude. Yeah.
He said you rude to everybody. I was like, oh, somebody said that.
He said that, and they call themselves whispering. You know, she's like, stop being a brat. This is supposed to be the happiest day of your life. He's like, I'm trying to make the happiest day of my life happy. That's stupid. What the hell are you trying to do? Grow the hell up. You know what I'm saying? Then they show the table. Mom and them like, this table too small. Okay. She's like, no, that's the whole purpose of everybody getting vaccinated and quarantined before.
For they can crunch up at a table and not be able to like.
Yeah. Yeah. My little table outside, that's about the size of my
I
little.
was going to say like
The
those
umbrella.
tables usually like really big. Like you
Actually, my table with the umbrella is an 8 thing. Was that 8 people?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. She got a picnic table, y'all. That's what she went.
Right. Right. I was expecting like, am I saying Howard Johnson's? Because if she would have went down to the Hyatt, they got bigger tables down there where you could sit like 10 people at the table with plenty of space.
Nope, they pulled out the picnic tables and they put some tablecloths on top of it.
Underneath that little plastic.
Girl. So she like, and speaking of vaccination, how can I tell Tyran that he can't come? And then Faye was like, he can't come. He's not coming. She was like, he can join his mama. Okay. If he ain't vaccinated, he ain't coming.
Wedding girl, like, I don't know why you keep making a big deal. He done pretty much told you matters not to him.
It don't matter. He already said
cool.
But
I don't really know no guys that's really that like, oh man, I'm not gonna be able to go to the wedding.
That's why he said it's cool. Because go.
And to be honest, if I felt like I wasn't gonna get vaccinated, I'm not doing it for your wedding. Like that's not gonna be the reason why I do it.
No. Basically, she compromised with Sean that she agreed that she's gonna have the wedding on the beach because it makes more sense. And yes, they will put a platform. Why would you think you will walk through sand? Every wedding that you see, isn't it something, an owl? You have an owl.
Listen, if you cannot walk on the sandy beach, we cannot be friends. I don't know what that says about you as a person, that you are that distracted by the freaking sand. It's not that serious.
She said, look at that. I can't do, look at that in the seashells and stuff. I can't do that.
Right, because that's what happens at the beach, you know, where you chose to get married.
Well, she said that she is not, well, she's willing to compromise, but he's going to pay for it every day of their marriage.
You know what's funny?
Why he gonna stay down in Jamaica?
Because Cree was like, yeah, it was a little.
Yeah, because you see it was a little.
Like, oh no, I thought she was being shady.
Yeah, no, it was a little yang yang yang. So we got JoJo and Denise stay in the bed. It's Denise had full face of makeup. Did you see that? She had the lashes on. She said, y'all ain't gonna catch me slipping.
She said, look, Denise is fully beat at 8 a.m. in the morning, and Aaliyah down to the thing dressed like she's a dumpster diver.
Right.
Can I just say this? Denise don't want to hang out with Aaliyah and Eric. That's why she didn't go. Denise does not.
I was gonna say that.
Angela and Vanessa and all of them.
Exactly.
She's perfectly fine. She got shit to wear. She's like, and you do have those days where you're not feeling like you just had a baby. I don't feel in my clothes. I don't know what to wear to salsa. I'm not trying to get dressed really to go hang out with Eric and Aaliyah. And if I show up and I'm already feeling insecure and some bitch that what's his name? Boogie. Like, not to call the girl a bitch. I'm just saying that's no reason to get dressed and go out. She just doesn't want to hang out with them.
And you only know this girl. So as far as you know, it's Eric and Aaliyah Raggedy Tail and Boogie and some random.
Some chick.
I'm not going out for that.
He pissed me off from
Absolutely.
the other day. Like they haven't been getting along anyway. So when he brought it up, she was like, we'll see. No, I don't want to hang out with them. But
she basically like, I'm trying to be nice, but I really ain't trying to do that.
I'm not mad at her because I'm not getting dressed to go nowhere with Aaliyah. That's a waste of my outfit.
Absolutely not. She saved her outfit to hang with the girls the fun girls.
That she likes hanging out with.
Yeah. He talking about, I don't understand what's going on. You going through postpartum again. He was so insensitive.
The way he said that made me want to sock him because I was like, JoJo, if that's the case, then back it on up a little bit. And to me, honestly, even if you're not going through postpartum, I did not experience that. But I do feel like after you have a baby, your hormone roller coaster kind of like, you don't know how you're going to be feeling from time to time. And you be tired.
He said, sure, though, what's going on with her? And that's that. But she wasn't comfortable in her clothes and she just wasn't feeling like doing that. And I was like, hey, JoJo, you acting like that little asshole that you was acting like on Ryan's house. Like that's coming out. Like we seeing that come back out on you because you do have asshole tendencies. Okay.
Are you doing postpartum again? And I was like, well, damn.
Yeah.
You're not as sensitive to it at all. And she was like, I don't know if that's what I'm going through, but.
I bet you JoJo is the type that, during her 6 weeks, because she can't have sex, he probably like making her give him head every day because, you know what I'm saying? You can't
Martell Holton situation.
Me and I still got needs, so I need.
This is what I'm saying. When I seen that, I was like, I see why she wasn't trying to go get his cough medicine. She was like, nigga, just sit still for a minute. I made you some tea. You'll be fine.
I still disagree with that. That could have been an argument just done.
Yeah, but I feel like
right here, you a whole asshole
all the time. She's irritated as hell with him all the time. Everything he does.
I'll be irritated looking at him, but she married him.
She did do that.
Oh, looking like his uncle. Okay. So he basically, being an asshole, told her that she needs to learn how to balance being a mom, a businesswoman, and a wife. He gonna hear about that. You hearing about it now, because I know all the blogs has got to be tearing your ass up, JoJo. That was some whole asshole shit. And you better go talk to your daddy, because your daddy wouldn't have told you, you don't never let no shit like that come out your mouth. You an asshole.
I just feel like he's not the only one that thinks that way. That's what's so sad about that. Like, man, that baby is little. And she told you before she got pregnant, that's a whole lot. It's a lot of work. She's not trying to sit up somewhere, being at home, just being your wife and your baby mama. That's not, that's not what she wants. JoJo, what are you doing? Because you was at the bachelor party last week, grinding up on stripper booties while Sean was hiding in the bathroom. Is that why you got a cold? Because you was out in these streets with Twist, doing too much? Now you want to go hang out with Eric, and ain't no way in the world I'm not putting on nothing to go hang out with Aaliyah. Not doing that.
Like you said, she looked cute laying in that bed than Aaliyah did.
And if I'm feeling insecure already, I'm not fitting into my clothes because my baby is, brand new. Then I show up and Boogie bought this girl. Now I'm really not staying.
Right.
Are you for real?
Yeah, we at Brianna's house. All we hear is sirens. Okay. And we hear the cops saying, come out with your hands up. Police is at her door. She like, the police is at my door, and I'm on Instagram. And I'm trying to get my son ready for bed.
We're not gonna sit here act like we just not gonna sit here and throw that out there like we've been talking about. You had a son for the last how many years been watching this?
She's never mentioned it. No. Everybody been having kids around her. Not one time has she mentioned her son.
I don't play by my son.
We ain't know about your son. You doing something? Where he been? Child. So she arguing with the police. She's saying she was wrongfully arrested. She was snatched out of her house in her underwear, almost shot in front of her baby. So that's how we go off. But the blogs, because I had to like, what the hell?
Because I don't know. I don't even know why they added that on. We know nothing. Well, I didn't check in the blog.
Well, from what I found out is that she had an altercation with her neighbor, okay? And she either pulled out a blade or a knife because the neighbor was moving towards the entryway of her home. So she pulled out something, I guess, to back their ass up because she didn't get into it with them. And the neighbor called the police on them. They said that she had a weapon. So that's why the police was at her house.
Okay, so they didn't just, not saying she's wrong for that, but they didn't just randomly show up at her house out the blue. Karen is her neighbor.
Nope, she got into it. It was an altercation. Yeah. And I would like to know how that went down. Because we know, I mean, yeah, you know, son clearly there not. We didn't know son been there, but you clearly stayed lit. So ain't no telling how that went. You know what I'm saying? So
I was going to say, you want to sympathize with her because we know how the police be doing things. However, we know how volatile Bree is just as a person in general. So you go, and did you really like, I didn't call her neighbor Karen. I don't know what you did to that lady.
We don't know. We don't
know. Having her come to your door. And me knocking on your door to approach you about something, is that the same thing as
like was you over there loud playing your music? And the neighbor said, boom, boom, boom. Hey,
can you?
We trying to get some sleep.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah, they left all that out, Charles. So I don't know what to talk about in this episode or what.
I'm gonna need Bree, you need friends. Bree, you need some people. You need some people. Because I'm not gonna just take your word for it. So Bree, you go get you some people to validate any parts of this story.
And somebody else had to be there because they took her. She went to jail that night. So who was there with the baby? Somebody else had to be there in the apartment because they took her ass.
Who the baby daddy? Is it Trey Songz? Is it Urkel? Is it any one of the other 5 people she was name dropping?
Who's the dude that ran her over?
Lil Fizz, has she slept with no, she didn't sleep with Lil Fizz. She would have had slept with Lil Fizz, but her girl did it. Because based on what I heard about Lil Fizz, her girl might have saved her a situation because I ain't seen the mushroom dick, but
the little mushroom.
I haven't seen it, but I heard about it.
All right, y'all. That is our growing up hip hop, whatever season. And what so because I don't remember now through the papers. But here comes D and he gonna tell us what to do. So everybody have a nice day.
Happy Valentine's Day. Don't forget to get some Skittles.
Get them Skittles.
Get some Skittles.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Valentine's Day. Bye-bye.
All of us gotta give me some Skittles. I'll give you $100.
Oh.